Now, one of the things I want you to understand is leadership, as in building leaders within the children. So as a child, most people, they go through different phases, sometimes the lack of confidence, all these kind of issues depending upon your parents. For me now, one of the big things I want to do is build my children up to be confident Muslims. And I want them to be leaders and all of this kind of stuff. What kind of things are you doing or are you planning to do in terms of building that kind of leadership ethos and that mentality, either within the parents or within the children that you're producing products for?
So I think it's really about, when it comes to children in particular, I think it's really about having a solid base of inspirational leadership stories. I think that's how children learn initially. It's about endearing them to real life examples of great leaders, and we have an absolute we have them plentiful in our tradition, alhamdulillah. And it's really about highlighting those elements, because we're talking about very aspirational people, very high achieving people who were, the greatest leaders. Obviously, we're talking about the prophets here and the head of them, the prophets. So we have that inherently within everything we do. And also we have we put a lot of emphasis, for example, on the Sahaba and some of our products as well, because each of them in their own right were legends. Yeah. So initially, I think for a child, I think it's about building a very good base of stories that they're familiar with, because these are classics, that they should almost memorize and know about these great legends. And then as they grow, then you have that well to draw from, and those ideas to draw from. Some of the greatest leaders, for example, we had right now a little circle with our children. We talked about the story of Sulaiman alayhi salam, and the story of the ants and how he went in the letter from Bilqis and so on. Yeah. And really, if you go through the passages of the Quran and you look at the leadership quality of Sulaiman alayhi salam in those passages, there's so much to learn. You could see he's a very confident king. He's a very alert king. He doesn't allow any of his subjects to sort of scurry off somewhere without permission. He's very authoritative. At the same time, he's extremely humble to Allah Azza wa Jal. So there's so much we can learn, I think, from the stories, from the Quran, and from the Seerah. And what we're trying to do at Learning Roots is, over time, try and build that bank of stories that we can give to our children, and then draw the lessons from over time.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, throughout human history, stories have been the vehicle for it. So it's great that you're thinking like that. And I think you're right. With the Sahaba cards, for example, I haven't bought them yet. I told Isa, if he shows exemplary behavior this week, then we're going to buy them on Friday, inshallah. But I think it's a wonderful idea. Rather than having, top trumps or dinosaur cards and stuff, to have Sahaba cards is absolutely amazing, mashallah.